welcome back, my friends. Today I just wanted to kind of briefly bring awareness to a topic of emotional intelligence, and I've read several books recently about this topic, and it's really fascinating to me. I've used a lot of what I've learned during my business process with clients and during the process of accomplishing projects. And it really works because once you know the brain structure really well and how it really works on humans, you can stay more emotionally stable during the process by knowing like what your brain is reacting to, and not react, but rather not just simply react to it, but make a decision to react or not. So I would say 80% or maybe 70% of success, I would say, is really lies in this interesting concept, the emotional intelligence, and only about 20% or so maybe in IQ. Well, people think that IQ is everything, but really they teach IQ in school, but they don't really teach much emotional intelligence. But emotional intelligence really is the key. Like, you think what separates somebody that commits crime and lives in poverty versus really financially successful people. The financially successful people, they have self-control and they control their emotions, and they perhaps didn't have some of the bad experiences, better parenting, better schooling when they were younger, so their brain developed better in a way that they weren't damaged by something in the past with some bad experiences that got imprinted in their brain that might prevent them from being successful currently. So why is emotional intelligence not taught in school? I think because the media needs you to stay emotional in order to sell products. Without emotions, you can't be sold as much product. When you get sold to your emotional part of the brain usually. Your emotions make the purchase. And by consuming content on TV, which is really emotional, your reptilian part of the brain is activated over and over, and to be trained to purchase. That's why commercials kick in during like football games and movies and shows when you're feeling most emotional. So your reptilian brain registers the product emotionally. It registers the emotion, the good times that you had with that product over and over, and it sinks in deep into your subconscious mind, and when you're out and see that product, you automatically trust it or that person, and you purchase from that because your brain already chemically registers their brand or that person as somebody that you trust, like, or love even. So it triggers the chemical reaction in your brain. So this is one of the deeply kept secrets of getting astronomically rich, is to repeatedly show yourself or your product while people are in an emotional state. Music is playing, you're watching a game, having a beer, that's perfect time to sell you. So that's the time people get bombarded by products. With time, repeatedly, a reptilian part of the brain registers that the person, like a celebrity or a product or a brand, as a trusted source, and you start to like it or even love that celebrity or brand or product. it's on a chemical level. We get addicted and have to purchase. People scream when they see a celebrity. I always wonder why. Why do they do that? It's really a chemical reaction in your brain because you get bombarded with that person during commercials or while you were in an emotional state watching that person in the movie, and then they use those people because you're emotionally attached to them already to sell you products. So this is one of the biggest secrets to getting rich. Of course, it's not even really a secret, but just kind of bringing awareness to this topic. So why would you scream at another person, "Oh my God, you're like a god to me" or something? But really, it's just another person that uses the toilets. That's what I usually say. Don't praise celebrities. Don't praise gurus and so-called experts who put people in an emotional state to sell them themselves and their products while prospering dramatically. A lot of that is going on right now, like on YouTube and everywhere. A lot of people, they go and do events, they put music on, they speak emotionally, and you register with them and you start liking them, and they repeatedly do it. So of course, by repetition, your brain picks them up, your subconscious picks them up, and you start trusting them and liking them, and then you purchase product from them. So this is so they know, the people that are doing it, they know they're purposely doing it, and they do it against masses. It's not an accident, because the more people to reach, the more they can monetize. So this is the ultra wealth formula and how they make the money. So do I do this? Yeah, like we do some of the marketing, and by really knowing, you have to really know the brain structure, emotion, psychology, philosophy, human behavior, and many other aspects to truly succeed in business. And that is what I'm trying to teach here, and I want everyone to have the access to this power. I want everyone to realize how to use it to make their business or personal brand better and prosper. Everyone who is reading, who is listening to me right now, are going to read my book, which is coming out in a couple weeks. It's called Mindset Liberation: Breakthrough Strategies for Success. So it's going to be available on Amazon and some other retailers pretty soon. So, but I think by helping others right now, we help the humankind, and I help myself. The energy I exert today and the information I give today eventually comes back, and what you give back comes back in equal amounts. If you help 1 million people, you get rewarded tremendously. So thanks for listening, and I will see you guys next time.